Welcome back, Frugal Friends. So today, back in the kitchen, we've gotten everything off of the tops up there, and I've scrubbed up there, ready to go ahead and put a first coat of paint. I've taped off some things here so that we can get a second coat of paint and done properly this time over here so we can avoid issues like getting paint where it's not supposed to be. I got really tired the other day, so I took a couple days off. The problem is when you get really tired during these projects, that's when it gets sloppy and you don't do it right. And so best thing is to pace yourself and take breaks. And I have to keep reminding myself of that. You know, better to take the time and do it right the first time than to have to go back with paint thinner and try to get that off of the tile. So trying to do it right this time, but also addressing other things, cleaning the towel basket, because boy, does it need it. And this thing, it's out of the dumpster. Didn't always look like this. I've actually cleaned and repainted it probably 3 times since finding it in a residential bin next to my brother's old apartment. So the plan today is to Clorox and scrub the outside of the garbage can. I already did the inside the other day. And to Clorox, scrub, and repaint this awesome little stand that has come in so handy. The garbage goes under it and the towel basket goes on top, which eventually I'd actually like to change that too and have a different setup. But for now, that's what's been working for us. So I just need to clean it up. We're also going to prep this wall. It needs to be scrubbed and taped, and then we can go ahead and at least get first coats on all of this surface. Over here, I need to do the second coat here behind the fridge, second coat on the bottom, and there along the side of that cupboard. There are things that need to be repaired and finished, like we ran out of trim here and never did the rest of the way, so that's got to get done. And already this chair rail needs to be dusted and washed again before I can start painting it. Stuff like this, where the piece fell off of tile, that's going to have to be redone. But I'm not going to worry about those kinds of little details until I've gotten all the scrubbing, deep cleaning, and painting done. We will come back and do those kinds of things and put in things like that never happened, like right here, never put in a cover over this outlet. You know, all those little kinds of details that we just, again, we pooped out when we gutted and redid the kitchen, and we just got tired and didn't do those things. So before I go to Seattle in a week, we're getting those things done. Okay, so meanwhile, while I'm doing all that, I had Reagan empty out all the beads from these cases that we found in the bins a couple weeks ago. And he is going to, well, and then I washed them, and he's going to start getting our Legos, the little tiny ones anyway, sorted into those very convenient totes, which will be really handy. So we'll be able to find things like hair and little tiny bits much easier and know what we have, all our little animals, things like that. And then the other thing I'm doing, hi Reggie, as I'm going around and, you know, getting a project done here, a project done there, I'm trying to go back to the things I've already done, like the fridge and the freezer, and I went ahead and wiped it down inside again and wiped down the outside of the fridge again, because that's another thing. As you're going around, since it's not all getting done in one day, like on those TV shows where they have a whole crew, it's being lived in and it's getting dirty again. And like the stove even already needs to be washed up on the outside. Things like that. You got to keep going back around, getting these projects done, certainly, but also spending some time, maybe after a first coat of paint is done or after an area is taped, going back through and attending to those projects that have already been done and just keeping them clean. So it's it's a lot of work, but slowly but surely, it's coming along. We're getting there. Okay, turn off this water. Been watering plants. It has been a very long, tiring day, but got all of that cleaned up, taped, first coats of paint. We got everything off of the tops up there and got all of the scrubbing done, got some taping done, got a coat of paint in that section right there. Took down the fire extinguisher because it needs to be cleaned, and this whole wall needs to be cleaned and painted. You can see where I stopped. Got the taping done, got taping done down there. Let's see, what else did we do? Legos. We played with Legos. Oh yes, over here. Got all of this done. It's coming along. It is definitely coming along. Just having it clean, guys. Wow, what a difference. This is 2 coats, about 3/4 of the way up. I will work on that part in the morning. Have not even gotten 1 coat down here, but I will. Got all of this taped off and got that section right there. Got the first coat. And got a second coat over here, which definitely makes a difference. Slowly but surely, it's coming. It's coming together. It is so aggravating, though, having all of these different things going on, even in just this one room. But you know what I'm talking about, having your kitchen all crazy and can't even put your oven all the way against the wall. Oh, but you know what? It's going to be good. It's going to be good because it's all going to be, I mean, already it's so much better. Even just having my laundry basket so pristine and clean. What a difference. Boy, it makes a difference, and it just feels good. That is all I've got for you guys right now on this continuing kitchen renovation cleanup that I am trying to get done before Mimi and I head off to Seattle. I think I will have it done at least enough that I'll feel comfortable. There are a few things, you know, that need to be repaired that maybe won't be done. I might not have all of the cupboard doors oiled, but the painting and the scrubbing, that stuff, definitely will have at least that finished. Good luck to you all on whatever projects and things you're working on to better your life, your home, your surroundings. And we'll be checking in real soon. Take care. We are back in the kitchen trying to get some stuff done. I've run into a frustrating problem. So I mentioned in earlier videos about the kitchen that this paint that I bought, I actually bought it several months ago. And when I went back to get more, they no longer carried it. They still carried this one, but not this one. And so I ended up buying another paint that I thought was pretty darn close. Oh, no. It, once put on the wall, it was nowhere near close. So I had to go online and special order more of this paint, and it will not be here for a few more days. And so had to kind of change gears. Not a big deal. I really don't even have that much left, and so I think I'll still get the whole project done before we go to Seattle next week. I've only got this section here and that area above those shelves, and then the front of the pantry, like these sides here, you know, and then this section of wall here and another coat here, and then above this cupboard. That's all I've got left that I need that color for. Which is, it's aggravating, but you know, it's not a big deal. It's not a crisis. And so even though it's going to be a few days before I have that paint, I do still think I will have everything done in time. So instead of worrying about that, I am just jumping in and taking care of whatever else I can do right now, including trim. And so I've gotten everything taped as far as trim. Well, I still have a little bit to do here and there. I've gone ahead and done this trim and that trim there, and I've gotten taping done for most of the trim, most of the baseboards. I can't work on this trim until these areas have had time to dry because I was working on those this morning. And so I won't be able likely to touch this trim until tomorrow because I can't tape that fresh paint. So I'm just going to work on what I can. There's a section here that I can work on. I can do parts of the door and the door frame. I can do the sides of the cupboards that eventually we're going to cover with a laminate to match our cupboards. Same with here where we used plywood. We're going to cover with a laminate, but that's not going to happen before Seattle. And so for now, I'm just going to get all of these painted a crisp white. I've taken down this light fixture that needs a bulb replaced anyhow, and I'm working on this area. I've got to get it scrubbed and clean, and then I can paint that. So there's plenty that can be done. I've put another coat on these white shelves, gonna get those dry, and then I can go ahead and put that back together, which will be nice, and put light covers back on. I've gotten a first coat on the trim down here, and I'm going to put another coat on the side of this cupboard. So there are things that can be done. Another thing, which I hadn't planned on doing right away, but now that I can't do these other parts, I might as well, is cleaning the cupboard doors and oiling them and whatever else I need to do to take care of them. As you can see, they've got watermarks all over them. They're just a mess, and so they need to be cleaned really well and tended to. It's real wood. It needs to be taken care of. So I can definitely work on that. And then there's lots of other little things that I can do along the way. We also still need to clean out all of these cupboards and drawers, and these cupboards and drawers. Those need to be cleaned out, decluttered, deep cleaned and put back together. So plenty to work on. I'm gonna just keep at it. I still have to deep clean the stove and oven. So really, there's not gonna be any downtime. I have a plenty long list of things to do. So I'm just gonna jump right back in. I've got episodes of Hoarders geared up. That is always a good motivator when you're working on cleaning and doing, home improvement and stuff like that, and decluttering. So that's what I'm going to work on. And then also, you got to stay on top of these kinds of things, dishes, and I need to sweep and stuff like that. That's just your regular everyday things. Got to keep on top of those too. So, all right, back to work. Okay, well, there is still more to do, but this is going to be it for today, for today's update. We have made huge progress, as you can see right here. The blinds for the back door window and the big window are outside. I have painted them. I need to do one more coat of white spray paint, but I've got to go to the store to get some more of that. And when they are dry, I will put them back up. I'm hoping to be able to put them up tomorrow night. Mimi and I leave for Seattle Wednesday morning, early. And my last main goal is to have those blinds up. We've mopped the floor, but obviously there's stuff that has not come off, and we're gonna have to use like paint thinner and lots of elbow grease to get that stuff off, but I'm not going to worry about that just now. I've gotten all of those cupboard doors scrubbed inside and out, and I've gotten these ones done, and a little bit here. You can see the difference between the one I've done and the one I haven't. And I still have these cupboards also to scrub. We still have not cleaned out any of these cupboards or these or those. No, we did do the one on the bottom. We did do that, that's right. But I still need to do the one on the top. But that's just not gonna happen till we get back. I had grand dreams, but you know how it goes. You even the best of intentions, I mean, it's just not always all gonna happen. Scrubbed the faucet and got as much off as I could. Unfortunately, I waited a little too long right here, and I don't even know what it's called, the lime scale did eat through a teeny bit of this finish, which is really unfortunate. I'm not sure how to repair that, like how to touch that up. If you guys have ideas, please tell me. I did get all the lime scale off of the sprayer. That has made a huge difference. I've scrubbed all of the tile. And oh, it looks so much better. I cleaned the toaster inside and out. Never cleaned a toaster before. Boy, it made a difference. Cleaned the coffee maker inside and out. I even went to town on the dish drainer, and oh, what a difference that makes. Feels so much better. We've got a lot of things put back into place. Trying to think what else I can show you that we've gotten done. Yeah, I don't know. But we've definitely gotten a lot done. Oh, I did add this light right here. I eventually want to put in can lights, several can lights throughout the kitchen. But for now, I found that little light on clearance and thought, well, we'll do that for the moment. Obviously, the stove and oven have yet to be done. But at this point, I'm actually thinking we're going to sell the stove for scrap and get a new oven while we can afford to do it. We might as well. This one I've put up with for 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. And it burns everything. It's horrible. And my mother-in-law has me convinced that I should get a new one. So I don't think I'll get that done before Seattle, but definitely when I get back. That is it, guys. So stay tuned for the finished product, which will come in time. There are still little things like fixing tile in certain places and then doing the laminate on the sides of these cupboards. I'm going to refinish and recover the chairs, refinish the table. So, these things are just gonna come along. I'm getting a kick plate for the bottom of that door. P.S. I love the way it turned out. I've got to scrub some of that paint that ended up where it wasn't supposed to. So just, lots of little things. Need to get a new cover for this. All those little detail things that really, they will make a difference. We're also going to put in crown molding, which I think will be awesome. P.S. I also cleaned the fan. Boy, that made a difference. And I spray painted these little poles the same color as the back door, which will also be the color of the tabletop. So anyway, lots more to come. Stay tuned. Have a fabulous week, my frugal friends. Thank you for joining me on this kitchen update. Please tell us in the comments what things you are doing to improve your life, your home, your environment, your situation. We would all love a little bit of encouragement, and it's always fun to share with the group. So, okay, we will talk to all of you very soon.